watched one more Euro Truck Sim video, and in that, if I need to pad for time, I've got a couple clips that I need to look through and see if they're worth putting in. Just as an extra, just as more stuff, and it means like that I could also potentially make TF2 videos if I do that, but out of stuff that I don't do on stream. Also, Halo, did you you know, just coincidentally, did the nosebleed start when you watched me? Did I say Vispheric? I meant Halo. Did the nosebleed start when you were starting to watch me? Because as we were talking about, you know, nosebleeds are commonly associated with being attracted to someone. Now, I ain't one to speculate, but if I was, did I? Yeah, I wanted to put some more turrets just down here, I think. Well, yeah, it's, this corner is where the problem is, or where a problem is. There we go. That's the Bread video you watch. I don't. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. We don't play too much TF2, and it would be a video made out of clips that at most are 1.5 minutes long. So, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I've got a couple. I've got a couple. Oh, don't do that. I've got a couple clips that are ready, but it's just, they're mostly just me and my friend talking while we're on Jump Academy. So I obviously I'll have to see. I also have to make sure it's fine, and sometimes when I was looking at the clips that I have, there was only my microphone audio to them, and I was very afraid that some of the clips that I was like, I think I might be able to do something with those, were all ruined. And it turns out that I've got my settings set to separate the audio into 2 different channels, but the video player on my computer for some reason doesn't listen to both audio channels. So I don't know why that is. When I play those clips just on my computer, I can only hear myself talking, but the Discord and the game audio are completely separate. But once I put it into Premiere Pro, it picks up that there's 2 channels and I can hear both of them. But for whatever reason, it's like, oh yeah, no, you can't hear your friend in this one. But yes, you would learn who Big Buck is. Also, just depending on how it goes, and depending on what I choose to do, you would potentially learn what my real name is, because I don't know how I would go around censoring that. Especially if I was to censor both of our names, I'd end up, you'd just end up in situations where you wouldn't know who's talking about what. And I think editing in like an AI generated voice saying bread or Big Buck would just be it would get a bit shit after a while. The gimmick of it would run out pretty quick, and so I'd probably just end up using my actual name, or our names. Not our name, we don't share a name. Just use TTS to say John and Fred. Yeah, but then that's the problem though, is that then later on down the line it just becomes a bit awkward. If I do continue making videos like that in the future, then it's just gonna feel a bit awkward. It feel a bit weird. I can make this. I can increase production of iron a bit here. I'm not huge into the idea of just partway through. If it was only for like 1 or 2, it wouldn't be a problem. But if it becomes more of a thing that I'm going to have to do, we don't refer to each other as names by name very often anyway, because we're in the same. It's only him and I in a Discord call. You know what I mean? every time I'm in a Discord with him, he knows who I'm talking to. It's him. There's no reason for us to say names to each other. There we go. It would feel a bit awkward if we did. There we go. There we go. Oh, I need to put fuel in there. And there we go. Look at that. That is a setup right there. We are steadily making our way through my supply of red science, but that's not a huge problem. What's causing the slow? It's not really anything causing a slowdown now. Now it is just generally pretty slow. How many copper wires do we need? Trying to get rid of that. Guten Tag, Maya. I don't know if you were saying welcome back or if you were just pretending like that's what me and my friends say to each other, but you know, hi nonetheless. That's exactly how it would be, Miss Ray. It's completely redundant for us to talk to each other by name. And also with the fact that, you know, with the fact that we're friends from school, we do refer to each other by our first names and not by username. And it'd be weird if I was like, hey, do you mind calling me Bread and not the name you've always called me? It feels just a bit awkward. You know, I repaired this wall a little bit, might as well. Come on. Come on. Why would I not repair that? Fuck it, whatever. I don't know if I'll go for the full 4 hours today because I've got a headache. It's gonna get worse, I know it is. There we go. We're back again. Nosebleed finally stopped after a 3-inch long thing came out of it. Have you considered eating it? Maybe you had a brain worm. You're not disgusting. The only thing that you could think about is penises. I mean, that isn't. I can't say too much. The first thing that I thought of